I have a question for the Muslims. Do you guys celebrate Halloween?
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. My brother, I pray that you and your family are well. The answer to your question is no. We as Muslims do not celebrate Halloween. What I mean by that is that Islam has not legislated that Halloween is one of its religious holidays. God and his messenger did not command us or recommend us to celebrate Halloween. That is the reason why we do not celebrate Halloween. However, you will find some people say, well, just because God didn't legislate it, it doesn't mean that it's automatically prohibited. I can see that. Just because God didn't talk about it, does it automatically means that it's prohibited? Because God didn't talk about many things. So are all of those things prohibited? That is a valid question. And there is an answer to that question. The answer to that question is, if that thing that is celebrated or that is done does not contradict the religion, does not contradict what was legislated, then you can do it if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to do it. But if it does contradict the religion, if it does contradict what was legislated, as in if it does contradict any of the commands or the prohibitions, then in this case, it is prohibited. Why? Because it contradicts the legislations. Alhamdulillah. Now let's assess Halloween. What is Halloween? Halloween is a day in which people gather together. They dress in costumes. They not only dress in costumes, they dress in costumes of characters or figures or personalities that commit heinous crimes, like Freddy Krueger, that have done atrocious acts or actions, like the Ghostface guy, Scream. You see children with blood on their face. I'm a school teacher. Children were putting these paint and saying, and I said, what is that? They said, it's blood. You're celebrating a day. And the way that you're celebrating that day is by dressing up as murderers and putting blood on your face. My friend, that doesn't seem biblical or Quranic or righteous to me. So this is disregarding. This is not even regarding the history of Halloween. Forget the history of Halloween. Let's observe what's happening now. People go trick or treat. Trick or treat means, what it means is, some people have forgotten the meaning. Some people have not forgotten the meaning. But the meaning still exists in its word. And it's still applied today. Either I will put a trick on you, or I will do a trick to you, or you will give me a treat. Either I will throw eggs at your house, throw paper towels at your house or over your car, whatever the case may be. Or you give me something to eat, a treat. In this case, candy. That still goes on to this day. That is Halloween. That's Halloween in a nutshell. Forget the history. That is Halloween today. Now, of course, you'll have some people dress as Superman, some people dress as Spider-Man, etc. But that still does not negate what is predominant or dominant. What is practice? What is widely practiced? Alhamdulillah. And as for the history, let me pause and gather my thoughts. Okay, so as for the history, Halloween comes from a holiday by the name of Samhain, something like this, where the people, there was certain people in Europe, I forget where they're from, but Northern Europe, I know that much. They used to believe that that day was the Day of the Dead, in which the spirits of the dead would come out and haunt the people of the village or the town or the city, whatever. And what they would do is they would dress up in order to scare the spirits away and do some other things, right? It was a pagan tradition. And Christianity then came. Christianity didn't spread, and then it adopted the holiday. Most likely adopted it in order to make Christianity pleasing to the pagans so that they can accept Christianity. Islam is against this. We don't conform for no one. Like today, you find like Christian churches. I'm in New York City. I go downtown. I see Christian churches with the rainbow flag, and I'm like, huh, what does the Bible say about that, right? Right, so that's something that Islam, we don't do. We don't conform our religion, our values, just to meet the desires of the people. You will find some Muslims finding some sort of logical explanations to validate, to justify the practice of Halloween, but it's invalid. It's invalid. My opinion is that it's invalid based on the reasoning that I just gave you. I'm not going to say it again. Just go back and listen for those of you who forgot. And perhaps, we'll find out. On the Day of Judgment, they'll find out if they were right or wrong. I believe that they were wrong because, like, what I said was very clear. Like, how are you going to refute that? I'm curious. Alhamdulillah. But anyways, that is the reason why we do not celebrate Halloween. We do not celebrate Halloween because, and by the way, I forgot to add, putting blood in your face, dressing like unrighteous people, acting unrighteously, like the trick part, dressing like murderers, putting blood on your face, bro. that's imitating unrighteousness. That contradicts our religion. That goes against our religion. We should be like Muhammad. We should be like Jesus. We should be like Moses, etc. Peace and blessings be upon them all, and we should try to dress and look like them. Alhamdulillah. That's the response. Praise be to God, Lord of the world. Alright, I forgot to add an important detail. Pumpkin is food. Pumpkin is food. Yes. It's not a toy. How many people are starving? Those that are starving, they will be nourished off of pumpkin alone. Just feed them pumpkin every single day and they'll be nourished. Yo, give it in charity. But people, they buy pumpkin. They buy food to draw on it to scare people away. But nowadays, I have to be just. I don't think many people do that. No, they just do funny faces. But it's food. You're playing with food, and then they'll throw it away. Perhaps the squirrels and the ants and the birds like feed off of it when nobody's looking. Maybe. I haven't seen that yet, but perhaps. But it's food that should be given in charity if you're not going to eat it. How many people know that pumpkin is food? How many children who celebrate Halloween know that pumpkin is actually food? That is brainwashing to a different degree. Allahu Akbar. Right? So that contradicts the religion. Like playing with food and throwing it away. It's not good. And being wasteful with your money. You're wasting money on food to play with. La ilaha illallah. It's not good. Alhamdulillah. Peace.